What I actually wanted to talk about is the concept of acting as if. I think it's also been kind of a more of a viral terminology in the manifestation community. It's one of those things where there's a lot of regurgitations of the same concept, but it's okay because sometimes you need to hear it in a different way. And so act as if is kind of hot right now. It's real hot.
This idea that if you are it, you will get it, you will be it.
Yeah.
Attract it.
I love that. And I think a lot of it is, you've heard the term fake it till you make it. I think it's a better way of looking at fake it till you make it, because fake it till you make it implies it's insincere, whereas acting as if, you are kind of faking it, let's be honest, but it frames it in a way where you're going, well, I am going to act this way when I am at the level that I want to be at, so why don't I just start acting like it now?
Yeah, it gets you attuned to this idea and this feeling and this new emotion, and then you get used to it, and then you don't have to fake it anymore.
It's strange how that works, but it really does, because behavioral is essentially habits based on your thoughts. So if you can change your behaviors, you probably will also influence your thoughts. But really the big part of it is you're going to change. I talk about changing from the inside out. I like a hybrid model of that, where acting as if allows you to think of your ideal self, think as your ideal self, and then act as your ideal self simultaneously. So you're kind of guessing in the action stage because you don't really know, but having inspired thought, once you reprogram your mind, makes it easier to have these actions, because we just want to feel a certain way. So acting as if is a really good way to bridge the, how do I get to the real, you don't want $1 billion, you don't want the perfect partner, you want the feeling that having those things is going to make you feel.
Yeah. And when you can harness that feeling for a long time, everything goes back to frequency and resonance. I think quantum physics just keeps popping in with each one of these ideas. And it's just the same thing. Like attracts like. So if you just start doing it enough, at first it seems weird. And then all of a sudden, it doesn't seem weird anymore. It seems like this thing that you just do. Just like this thing that you have been doing for the last 30 days. So like joining a new gym. Sometimes you join a new gym and that's scary. And you're like, I don't know anybody here. I don't know what anything is. I'm like looking around. But by the 30th time you've gone there, you know where everything is. You know how it works. So it's not weird to you anymore. You're not like, I think I work out. And you're just like, I work out now. I'm a worker outer. I'm somebody that works out.
Such a good example of that. It's essentially you're creating an unfamiliar habit / environment, but with your self. You're taking the ideal self, which you're not yet, and you're practicing with like anything, going to the gym for 30 days. Okay, now I'm used to being here. I don't think the jacked guys are looking at me weird anymore.
Yeah, maybe they aren't even that jacked. I used to think those guys were jacked. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I thought that guy was impressive.
So what active really means, it's not about faking. It's about embodying the energy, actions, and mindset of your future self. Your brain does not know the difference between reality and imagination. So the more you act like your future self, the faster you become them. Basically convincing yourself that you are this thing. It's not lying, pretending, or posturing. It is training your mind to believe and behave at a higher level. So example, you want to be confident, but don't feel confident. Act like someone who already is. So it's easy to say act like you're confident, but what are the habits of confidence? It would be like, if you have a good idea in a meeting, speak up.
They are choosing themselves over their fear. I think that's really kind of what this sounds like to me.
When you look at people that are at the level that you want to be at, sometimes there's judgment or there is fear. And that's what's actually holding you back. So acting as if feels disingenuous or scary, but it really is what bravery is, taking the action in spite of fear, despite the fear.